1971 সালে বাংলাদেশের স্বাধীনতার জন্য পাকিস্তানের বিরুদ্ধে ভারতের জয় উদযাপন করতে কলকাতায় সেনাবাহিনীর পূর্বাঞ্চলীয় প্রধান কার্যালয় ফোর্ট উইলিয়ামে শুরু হলো বিজয় দিবস। পূর্বাঞ্চলীয় কমান্ডের প্রধান লেফটেন্যান্ট জেনারেল আর.পি. কালিতার হাত ধরে শুভ সূচনা হয় এই বিজয় দিবসের।
1971 সালে ভারত পাকিস্তান যুদ্ধে পাকিস্তানের থেকে বাংলাদেশের স্বাধীনতার জন্য পাকিস্তানের বিরুদ্ধে ভারতীয় সেনার জয়কে উদযাপন করতে কলকাতায় সেনাবাহিনীর পূর্বাঞ্চলীয় প্রধান কার্যালয় ফোর্ট উইলিয়ামে শুরু হলো বিজয় দিবস। বিজয় দিবসের উদ্বোধন করেন ভারতের পূর্বাঞ্চলীয় কমান্ডের প্রধান লেফটেন্যান্ট জেনারেল আর.পি. কালিতা। বাংলাদেশের প্রতিনিধি দলের পক্ষে মোহাম্মদ মুমিনুল্লাহ পাটোয়ারি 71 সালের মুক্তিযুদ্ধের স্মৃতি তুলে ধরেন। তিনি বলেন, আমাদের দেশের স্বাধীনতার জন্য ভারতের সহযোগিতায় আমরা লড়াই করেছিলাম। পাকিস্তানের সেনা পিছু হটতে বাধ্য হয়। এখন আমরা পাকিস্তানের থেকেও ভালো জীবনযাপন করছি। আর এক বীর প্রতীক কাজী জৈনুল আবেদিন বলেন, বাংলাদেশের স্বাধীনতা পেতে ভারতবর্ষ যেভাবে সাহায্য করেছে আমরা চিরকৃতজ্ঞ। ভারতীয় সেনার পক্ষে ব্রিগেডিয়ার আজিত আপ্তে, ব্রিগেডিয়ার প্রকাশ টি ঘোকলে, লেফটেন্যান্ট জেনারেল জে.এস. সীমা, লেফটেন্যান্ট জেনারেল জে.আর. মুখার্জিরা 71 যুদ্ধের স্মৃতি তুলে ধরেন। শহীদদের প্রতি শ্রদ্ধা জানাতে একটি প্রদর্শনীরও আয়োজন করা হয়।
I fought the war in 1971 as a second lieutenant under Eastern Command. 2 Corps was raised here on 6th October, and we were one of the first with 9 Infantry Division and 4 Infantry Division. I won't take too long. This map is well known. There were 4 offensives from the Indian side. One from the eastern under General Sagat, 4 Corps. Then we had one from the southwest, that was my Corps, 2 Corps, 9 Div and 4 Div. Then we had 33 Corps. Then we had from the northwest the 101 Com Zone, which came down. Next. I was deployed on 24th September 1971. Before that, my regiment did IS duties here in Calcutta. There was a large concentration of the army here at Red Road Camp to quell the internal disturbances which had taken place in Calcutta. This map shows exactly, we were in fact, we had a paucity for maps. I interacted with Eastern Command as a second lieutenant. General Jacob has written it adequately in his book that there were no maps right up to Khulna and up to Dhaka. So a lot of maps had been gathered. This was a sketch prepared by my regiment. It is 52 years old now, on how to progress the offensive. It shows all the gun areas. Initially we were at Barrackpur, from there we were moved up to Bangaon, Bagda, Boira, and then we swung down. One of the missions was to go to Gorando Ghat and then on to Dhaka. But the US 7th Fleet was threatening, it had sailed in, so 9 Infantry Division was swung down from after the capture of Jessore down towards Khulna, which I'll cover in a while. Next. I'm just going to cover a few defining moments of my service as a 20-year-old young second lieutenant. Incidentally, I celebrated my 21st birthday on 18 December 1971 in the officers' mess which we had captured at Khulna, where 107 Pakistan Infantry Brigade had launched themselves. 11th November, before that I trained the Mukti Bahini for 3 days with 1st Jack Rifles 350 Infantry Brigade. I taught them how to take simple iron shoots. 11th November we fought the Battle of Masliya. I took part in the famous Battle of Garipur, supporting the 14 Punjab of 42 Infantry Brigade. As you all know, gunners are omnipresent by their fire support, and despite us being the direct support regiment, we are available as remainder artillery in range. So I fired for 42 Brigade. I was deployed as the at priority call battery for 45 Cavalry. We have the MC here from 45 Cavalry. I took part in the famous battle which has been depicted in the movie Pippa, though of course they focused only on the Armored Corps actions, not on the other arms and services which fought. But we were very much there. I engaged enemy tanks at direct laying dial site 0 and opened fire on enemy tanks at 600 meters. I had one tank which was apparently charging onto my gun position, but made a direct crosser and went ahead, so we were lucky. Then on 22nd November I witnessed the famous dogfight, the air battle over Boira. In this battle, the enemy aircraft had made 3 air attacks on our gun position of 9 Div, And in the fourth attempt at about 2:30 on 22nd afternoon, the Indian Air Force with 22 squadron, which was at Kalaikunda, had based forward at Dum Airport, and they took off. And Don Lazarus, Ganpati, Massey, and Suarez brought down both the sabers. And Flight Lieutenant Parvez Bedi, you can see his picture on the extreme right. This is how the Tribune reported the Indian fighters bringing down the Pakistan Air Force planes in the Tribune. And on the right, bottom right, are the Air Force pilots who shot down the enemy aircraft. And on the left, in 2017, my regiment, 14 Field, hosted the Indian Air Force pilots. There are two on the extreme left, one in the center, and one on the extreme right, Don Lazarus, who got the Veer Chakra. We hosted them for lunch at the RSI. I think seldom in the history of any warfare have the ground forces linked up with the Air Force much after the war. Flight Lieutenant Parvez Bedi, I met him. I took out his map from the flying suit. He and Khalil Ahmed, both, I had the great opportunity of blindfolding on 22nd November afternoon. My second in command interrogated them. I was the gun position officer, and all our positions were marked on Parvez Bedi's map. And he said that their targets were the enemy tanks and guns, that is our Indian Army guns and tanks. Parvez Bedi later became the Pakistan Air Chief during the Kargil conflict. Next. My other